Hi everybody, it's Brad again with another embroidery program video for you. In this video I'm going to be using EmbroideryWorks every day, although you will be able to take the information that I give you and apply it to any embroidery program that you use, because what we're going to do is learn how to convert between the metric measurements and the inches measurements on your whatever embroidery machine you have. I'm just going to go all the way down the line from the 10 needle down to the Sophia, so you can identify what hoops you have. Now, we think of our hoops generally, at least most of you that I talk to, think of them in inches, a 4x4 hoop, a 5x7 hoop, etc., etc. But all embroidery software that I've ever used anyway identifies the hoops in metric. So if you're not used to thinking about what size your hoop is in metric, it can be confusing when you look at a whole list of all the different hoops and think, well, gee, which one's my 5x7 hoop or which one's my large hoop for whatever machine I have. So this video should help you out. So I'm going to start at the 10 needle, like I said. So if you're a 10 needle owner, listen up. If you don't have a 10 needle, you can just kind of skip forward until I get to your machine. So again, we're starting with the Enterprise 10 needle and the machines that are included, or the hoops rather, that are included with the machine. So to get to my list of hoops, I go to my Preferences button up here, a little folder looking button, and left click it. And these, on this scroll bar here, are all the hoops. These are all the Babylock hoops that there are. Alright, so we're talking about just the hoops that are included with the machine here. Alright, so the first one is your very largest hoop. It's about 14 inches by 8 inches, and it is your 360 by 200 millimeter hoop. Okay, so that's, like I said, it's 14 by 8. It's your big hoop. Alright, and if you want, you can go in and actually edit these names that they give these hoops. So it says it's 360 by 200 millimeters now, but if I hit edit, look what I can do. I can change the name. So I left clicked on edit. Under name, I'm going to change this to say 14 by 8 and hit OK. 14 by 8. Then you can name it whatever naming convention you want. You could call it your large hoop or whatever is convenient to you. So that's the first hoop that comes with the 10 needle machine. Now, most of you who get a 10 needle machine also are going to have the flat frame. All right, it comes with, if you get the one of the bundles that we do comes with another set of hoops, and within that other set of hoops often you get a flat frame. So if you have the flat frame for your 10 needle machine, it may have come with it. It probably did. It is 300 by 200. Okay, 300 by 200. And I'm going to go in and edit this and name it flat frame and hit OK. And that is about 12 by 8, how big that hoop is. So I could have put flat frame 12 by 8 if I wanted to. Alright, so we've got our 14 by 8, our flat frame hoop. The next size down is our 5 by 7 hoop. And your 5 by 7 hoop is the, let's see, it's 130 by 180 if it's 5 by 7, but actually if you're using it on that machine, it's really 180 by 130 because the design field is kind of rotated on the 10 needle. So this is the right size, but if you want to use the 5 by 7 hoop on the 10 needle, you would hit rotate 90, and that's going to put it in the orientation like this hoop I have in the background. That is a 180 by 130. So anyway, we're going to take this and rename this, hit edit, put 5 by 7. Oops, not 5 by 78. That'd be a pretty big hoop, wouldn't it? 5 by 7 and hit OK. We also have a 4 by 4 hoop that comes with that machine. That's 100 by 100. Okay, 100 by 100. And we're going to hit edit. And we'll make this say 4 by 4. OK. And we also have the 60 by 40 is the monogramming hoop that comes with that. 60 by 40, 60 millimeters by 40 millimeters. So we can edit this, and I'll name it monogramming hoop. That's what I think of it as anyway. Again, you can have your own naming conventions. Name things whatever you want. Okay, so those are the hoops that come with the machine. Now, if you have a hat hoop, you will have either, well, there's 3 different ones you could have. If you have a really, really old hat hoop from, oh, like 5 or 6 years ago, we're talking here, like with the original BMP6. So like if oh, you know what, this wouldn't even fit a 10 needle. But if you had an old one, like you originally had a 6 needle that had the floppy drive, you may have one of these hoops laying around. The old hat hoop was 130 by 50. So you could edit that and name it, you know, old hat hoop if you have one of those laying around. But then the 2 modern hat hoops are 130 by 60. So that would be the smaller hat hoop. And then the brand new hat hoop that only works on the 10 needle is 360 by 60. And it doesn't tell you in this description that it's a hat hoop at all. You just have to kind of know. So I'm telling you, so now you know 360 by 60 is the wide frame cap hoop. All right, so I can edit that. Wide frame cap hoop. Wide frame cap hoop. Wow, I am excellent at typing. All right, wide frame cap hoop. Say okay. All right, so I've got my hoops that I use are named here in a way, so 14 by 8, blah, 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 blah. Now, what about all these other ones that I don't have? Well, if you don't have any of these other hoops, you can select it and hit the delete key, and it will go away. So I'm just going through, and I can delete all these hoops that I don't have. Say I don't have either one of these hat hoops, I'll just delete them. And now I have just the hoops that I use in here. All right. Now, what if you get a new machine and you have all new hoops? So you just deleted all those hoops. All you have to do is hit defaults, and all your hoops come back. Now, it does kick out the names that you renamed everything, but them's the breaks. So you can just go back and watch this video again and see how to do it. All right, so I'm going to do the rest. I'm going to do them a little bit more rapid fire. So we're going to go down to the 6 needle and the machines that come, or the hoops that come with the 6 needle machine. The Endurance, the BMP9, the BMP8, BMP6, and the EMP6 all use these hoops. 300 by 200 is your large hoop. 300 by 200 is your large hoop for a 6 needle machine. That is also the flat frame. All right, 300 by 200, large, it's like a jumbo hoop for your 6 needle, also the flat frame. 130 by 180 is your 5 by 7. Now that's on any machine. 130 by 180 is a 5 by 7 hoop, but that hoop also comes with the 6 needle machine. 100 by 100 is your 4 by 4. 60 by 40 is your whatchamacallit, the monogramming hoop. That's the small hoop. Okay, so the hoops that came with your machine, if you have a 6 needle machine, 300 by 200 is your large hoop. 130 by 180 is your medium hoop. That's 5 by 7. 100 by 100 is your 4 by 4. And then the monogram hoop is 60 by 40. Okay. Down from the 6 needle, we'll do the Elissimo. If you have an Elissimo, surprise, surprise, your large hoop is 200 by 300 this time, and that's just because it's oriented differently. So either one, the 200 by 300 or the 300 by 200 would both work, but it's supposed to be the 200 by 300. So I could go in here and, again, like I did with my Enterprise, I could type in, remember, you can just type in Elissimo large, name it whatever you want, okay? And so that's my large hoop on the Elissimo. Now the Elissimo comes with a 200 by 200 hoop, and look, it actually tells you that this is the Elissimo hoop here. 200 by 200 is your 8 by 8 or quilting hoop, 8 by 8 hoop, okay? There's also an optional 8 by 8 hoop for the 10 needle machine, by the way, but it didn't come with the machine, so I forgot to mention it back then. Anyway, if you bought your own 5 by 7 hoop, it doesn't come with a 5 by 7 hoop, but if you bought one or had one from an older machine to fit your Elissimo, 130 by 180. Okay, it's 130 by 180. Let's see, the continuous border hoop, if you got the upgrade to 4, the upgrade version 4 or whatever it is for the Elissimo that comes with a continuous border hoop. It's 100 by 180. The Elissimo comes with a 4x4, which is 100 by 100, and the monogram hoop again, which is 60 by 40. Okay, so those are the hoops that come with the Elissimo. Now, if you have an Elegante, your large hoop is 180 by 300. 180 by 300. This is actually the Elegante and the Unity both. Although I'll just do the Unity separate because it does come with different hoops. The Elegante though came with a 180 by 300. That's your large hoop. That's like your 7 by 11 hoop. Okay, 11 3/4, whatever it is in inches. So that's your large hoop. The Elegante came with a 130 by 180. That's your 5 by 7. Elegante came with a 100 by 100 and a 60 by 40. The continuous border hoop, if you got upgrade number 4 for the Elegante, 100 by 180. Okay? Now, down from the Elegante, we have the Alagio. And this is true of either the new Alagio or the old Alagio. So if you're still kicking around with a Alagio that takes floppy disks, you should come trade it in, first of all. But second of all, the hoops that you are going to use are going to be the same as a person who has the current version Alagio, and that is a 160 by 260. It's about 6 by 10. 160 by 260. 6 by 10, okay? Oh, I skipped the Unity, didn't I? Darn it. Well, I'll go back to the Unity after this. Anyway, 160 by 260 is for the Alagio. Now, an Alagio also comes with a 5 by 7, 130 by 180. The Alagio also comes with a 4 by 4, 100 by 100. The Alagio also comes with a monogramming hoop, 60 by 40. Okay? So that's your small monogram hoop. Now, back to the Unity. The Unity only comes with 2 hoops. You get the, what is it? The 180 by 300 is your large hoop for the Unity. And the Unity also comes with a 5 by 7, 130 by 180. The other hoops are optional, but you also have the option of a 6 by 6 hoop, which is the 150 by 150. We sell those. That's an optional addition to the Unity, or Spirit, I should say. Everything that goes for the Unity also goes for the Spirit. So 150 by 150, Unity and Spirit are optional. The 100 by 100 is an optional hoop, which is a 4 by 4, and the monogramming hoop is an optional hoop for the Unity and Spirit, is 60 by 40. Alright, so going on down the line here, the Assante. Now, this is only the new Assante, the Assante model number BLN. If you're not sure if your Assante is a new or an old Assante, look at the back of it, and if it says BLN, it's a new Assante. If it says ESE or ESE3, it's an old Assante. New Assantes, large hoop, 160 by 260. That's 6 by 10. The medium hoop that comes with that is the 130 by 180, which is a 5 by 7, and I don't think it comes with a 4 by 4, but it's optional, and it's a 100 by 100 is an optional hoop for the Assante, new Assante, and the 60 by 40 monogramming hoop is an optional hoop for the new Assante. Now, if you have an old Assante, the original Assante, which is an ESE, ESE2, your hoops are 130 by 180, 5 by 7, and what's the other one? 130 by 180. Oh, 4 by 4, 100 by 100, and I think it also came with a monogramming hoop. I'm not positive on that. 60 by 40 though would be your monogramming hoop. If it does come with one, I think it does. You'd have to look through your hoops, because Assantes, we're getting into machines that I don't think about that much, the older Assantes, because I don't see them very often anymore. And if you still have one, you should trade it in. They're so much more easy to use than new ones. Anyway, let's see. Below that we have the Allure. The Allure and the Allure Plus. Now this is any Allure that you ever would have bought is going to use this same hoop. Whether it's an old Allure or a new Allure, they're all 130 by 180. Okay, that's your 5 by 7 hoop. That's the only one that comes with it. It's a 5 by 7 hoop. There's an optional 4 by 4 hoop, which is 100 by 100. You can get that. And it also, the new Allure Pluses all come with, you have to go over to multi-position, the 130 by 300 jumbo hoop comes with the new Allure, and I have a tutorial on how to split designs for that multi-position hoop somewhere else on my channel. So you go watch that if you have an Allure Plus and this program, because it's awesome. Anyway, so that's the Allure Plus, and then below the Allure Plus would be the Sophia. and that only comes with a 100 by 100 hoop. That's 4 by 4. That's your only hoop. If you have a Sophia, there is a optional hoop that you can buy for the Sophia that's a multi-position hoop. So you go to multi-position, and it's the 100 by 172 is the Sophia multi-position hoop. That's available, but it does not come with it, and I'll do a separate tutorial on how to use that for you Sophia people later. But anyway, that's the complete list, as far as I know, of the hoops that you're likely to have with any given machine, any given Babylock machine. So remember, you can go in and delete the ones that you don't have, so you don't accidentally click on them. And if you delete them and you want them back, just hit this defaults button and it'll bring everything back to the defaults, but it will rename everything back to the default names. So that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I'll see you on the next video.